I'm Jacqueline.
I'm Bethany. Hannah.
Ken.
And I'm Jacob. I'm doing my presentation on my speech on 3 songs that I think best represent me as a person. I feel like you can tell a lot about a person by the way they dress, the way they talk, or the way they walk. But for me, it's based off of the music that a person listens to, because every song has a story to it. My first song that I chose was Music by Mystic Skulls. The reason I chose that is because I love music. I always have headphones in my ears. I'm always listening to music. And for me, when words can't speak about how I feel, I tend to gravitate towards music. So when I'm sad, I listen to a sad song. When I'm happy, I listen to a happy song, like very upbeat, joyful song. When I'm angry, I listen to like a song where someone's just yelling and screaming, and I turn it all the way up so I can cancel out any other noise. So I think that's why music for me by Mystic Skulls represents me as a person. The second song I chose was Little Wonders by Rob Thomas. And that song is basically about, well, it's about a movie, Meet the Robinsons. And in the movie, this little boy looks back at his previous memories, and so he grew up adopted. He didn't know who his mom was. And he looked at like all the times that he failed because he was an inventor. He liked inventing things, but he failed constantly. And so he decided to give up. And one time he got invited to a science show, and he wanted to invent something that would help you see your memories on TV. And when he actually got it to work, he was amazed by it. And so the song represents to not dwell in the past of like failed mistakes that you've had or experiences, but to dwell and glorify the happy moments, the successful moments that you have in your life. So for me, there was a point in time where I was in a rough spot. I was lost. I didn't know what kind of path I was walking on. I didn't know who I was as a person. And so growing up now, I've learned to not really dwell on the mistakes that I made as a person and what I went through, but to think about all the positive things that came out of that mistake, or things that I've accomplished in life. So that's why that song represents me. And then the last song is Preacher by OneRepublic. This song I can relate to a lot more because it talks about a kid who has this crazy imagination where he thinks like he's on top of the world, like he can do anything or be anything he wants to be. And growing up in the real world, you soon realize that that's not always the case, that your imagination or what you believe you can be is irrational. So, the real world makes you think rationally, like, I can't be a professional soccer player. I've always wanted to be a professional soccer player, but I just realized that growing up throughout high school that it's a lot tougher than you think it is. So then I thought, I'm gonna be a fly fighter because I love helping people. I just like that feeling of making someone else smile or being able to be there for that person. Soon realized that needles and me don't really get along. I almost passed out when I saw a needle go into my grandfather's arm, so that was out of the question. Then I decided that I wanted to be a nutritionist because of the lifestyle that I was choosing, living a plant-based lifestyle. I thought I would really enjoy telling people and informing them about the food that they're eating and what they shouldn't and should be eating, but I didn't find myself really gung-ho about it and not going out of the way to achieve that goal. And so finally, I have come across a long-lost love for computers. I love to game, and I love being on my computer. I love figuring out why computer works the way it does and how to fix things, and I've built a computer, put it back together, upgraded parts to it, and binary coding is really interesting to me. Like I want to know all about it, and so that's why I think this song relates to me, because it also talks about how money can't buy you happiness, and I think that's a lot of things that people get wrong in life is because they think that money can solve all their issues, when in fact some of the loneliest people in life are the wealthiest people. And that is all I have.
Good job.